tell the world your full first and last name so that I don't mess it up.
Hi, I'm Nick Schlueter.
And I just said Schlueter.
Schlueter is better. Me and the family have been talking about, I don't want to go too sidebar. I need to tame the ADHD. Okay, good. Well, a little bit of that is great. Yeah, excellent.
No, go sidebar. You're good. This is relaxed, which is...
Okay, great. Schlueter, I'll take them all. Because apparently the family is from like the German-French Danish border.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so we're not sure how that mudded together, because usually, we always thought it was German, you know what I mean? The umlaut, the Schlueter, but it's, we don't know.
So it's not shooter, that's for sure.
It's somebody called my parents like a sales call and said shoe leather. That had been a long day for that person. Oh my, we were dying. We've been dying for 15 years over it. It's fantastic.
So are you an only adult? I don't want to say child because
no.
I don't remember. I thought you were
third of four.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that.
My wife is. Sometimes I feel the weird like crossover because I was so different than my other siblings. Like I kind of feel like a weird only child because they had to. My parents needed to give me some special help. I was a special guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little special. I mean, I was the only one that was like that they could clearly see go in the artistic direction. All of the rest of my family are very linear thinkers. I'm a very creative, like big picture. Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't tell a story in order, and they were like, "Oh, this boy." We don't know. I don't know about this kid.
Probably have some of that in me too, so I can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the big picture it's going so fast. You're just thinking of all these different ideas. It's taken me a long time to learn to communicate with the more linear people in my life.
Oh,
so that's been a good journey.
Has that been one of your goals?
Oh yeah. Because my best friend, my brother, my wife, all very linear. God put the challenges in front of me.
See, I'm kind of linear too, but I've got that creative thing going on.
Yeah. So you've got that nice middle spot, which is lovely. It's fantastic. That makes life easier.
Yeah. You can't. Like I said, I just had a conversation where somebody was saying they're stressing out. I said, "Well, you're stressing me out because you put us in this situation." So I'm linear, but I'm also very straight. I'm quick-witted sometimes, almost too quick-witted. So tell us about you. What if I told you to tell me about you in 3 words? You'll have more time to do it later, but it'll be 3 sentences later. But right now, and welcome. We didn't say welcome. Welcome to you guys. We're glad you're here. And this is a buddy of mine from like a million years ago.
A million years ago.
We launched a church together, and he was our maestro for how many years?
2 years.
Was that all?
Mm-hmm.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the kind of person he is. It feels like 5, 6, 7 years. He's just that kind of person. He doesn't really meet strangers. He's got a kind heart, and his fingers are super talented. That's gotta be right.
That's pretty good.
So you'll take it.
So 3 words. Christian music entrepreneur.
Really?
Musician entrepreneur. Yeah.
So is that mostly what you're doing? Is Christian music? I thought you were doing some of the jazz and stuff like that.
It's all kinds of stuff, but it's yeah.
So are you creating a new genre of music, kind of? Do you kind of? Because that'd be cool. I mean,
there's some of that happening too, but there's also stuff where I play with the jazz trio, and it's like very traditional, and it's with the intent of learning the music more deeply and like really doing it right, so that when you bend the rules of a genre, you really know what you're doing. So it's been wonderful to have.
And that is a saying. Absolutely, it says you can't bend the rules if you don't know the rules.
That's right.
So yeah. So that's it. So I want to hear it though. I want some specifics. What have you been doing lately? Are you writing?
I'm writing a lot of music. I'm writing some music with a woman named Debbie Lynn.
Okay.
Who's a really prominent singer in town. She came from like a music theater background, but she's been a prominent educator in town. She's a wonderful jazz singer.
Wow.
So she and I have been friends for 20 years, and we just started to write together, and that's been wonderful, and that's led to some opportunities. I have a group called The Outliers. We're writing indie pop
I don't know if
stuff.
I was sneaking on your website. I mean, on your Facebook page. Is that on your Facebook page?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was going to say because I heard it, but I didn't know if you told me or I.
No, maybe that too. Maybe that too. Yeah. No. It's all over there. It's one of the big things that I've posted all over. Yeah.
Well, good.
So that's been going really well. I've had a dueling piano company for many years.
Yes.
We kind of slowed things down in 21 and 22, and it just wouldn't slow down. Like,
So what's dueling piano company?
Dueling piano.
So
dueling pianos is a genre where there's usually two pianists and a drummer, and we take requests from the audience. Whatever you want to hear. You want to hear a gospel music song, we're somehow going to get it done. I don't know how, but we're going to get it done. Somebody wants to hear Sweet Caroline, Don't Stop Believing.
I've seen that. I've been to one of those, and that's really fun, by the way.
It's a hoot. And so this was a company, so we would go do special events. So somebody's wedding, corporate event was really popular, especially at the holidays. Nonprofit events. We did a bunch of stuff for churches where we would take in tips, and we would just donate them all to whatever their cause was.
Oh, really?
So you got to be part of like donating, and you gave them a cheaper rate than you would give other things. So it was really cool. It ended up being really fun.
So that was the kind of the residue from Wellspring, I guess, is that?
Oh yeah, because Willis visited me at the Dueling Piano Club. I will never forget it. That dude was so athletic. He jumps up on the stage. The stage is like 4 feet high. He jumps up, he dunks money, and he goes, "Play some Nelly," and I did. It was hysterical.
Yeah, he was he was really good for that. You know, just showing up in his space. Which is one of the things I try. I'm trying to learn to do that all the time. But one of the things I try to teach anybody who I'm talking to, you know, my young adults or older, whatever, is that the biggest thing we can learn is to be comfortable in our spaces, and that they don't all have to be the same. One of the things we were talking about is we were at a T-shirt party, and it was I am, and you had to figure out your third or fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh word, and it just dropped in my spirit to say me. And I'm like, why did I put that? Because that's what I got. I got I am me. And I'm sharing this because it just blew my mind. So I was in prayer, and it kind of was broken down to me. And it's no matter what happens, how it happens, where it happens, what I do, what I say, I'm always going to be me. So I'm not trying to fix me. I'm not trying to be different when I talk to somebody else. You know, I'm not trying to show up differently because I'm going to this masquerade. I'm me. I can be as me.
Yeah.
With all my frailties, right?
When kids are in school,
I think of you when I think of that. I mean, really, you just move. You just show up.
Kids in school, everybody has to be in the same modality. We grade the same. We look at tests the same way. It's like, oh, you're great, baby.
And then you
have
move.
some, and it's like you don't have to be all the way in there like that. Are you familiar with Strengths Finder?
I am. I used to.
That is.
I don't know why.
That's cool.
I was finding out.
I mean, it informs how you deal with.
I'm smart enough to pay attention to it.
Well, I mean, but it's what you're talking about. It's which is the great thing about it. It's if you're teaching kids, it's like you don't want to be different than you are. Lean into what you do and how you do it.
And that's
going to be success.
I can't be different than what I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I feel strongly that I was created to be what I am. Right? As long as it's not a negative impact on people. I was created to be what I am.
Right.
And so sometimes when we stop trying to show up the way we are, we create problems.
That's
like
right.
There's some way I'm supposed to bless you that, like your gift. I didn't know what to bring.
Yeah.
I'll bring those two things.
They're awesome.
Hopefully I'll talk to them.
Yeah, I dig them. They're awesome.
But it's kind of small. You can't get out and drive it. You know, you have to.
Well, yeah, I'm probably not going to be the ride to the gig tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
So what are you doing now? What do you spend the most of your time doing?
So I've been doing a lot of teaching. I had a private studio of like 40 people. So that's been wonderful.
Really? That's
doing
impressive.
A lot of writing, a lot of gigs. The holidays are like chock full with gigs. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. But that's been wonderful. All kinds of different genres, all kinds of different stuff. Some dueling piano things, some jazz things, some solo piano things. I was in Marion, Ohio on Monday night playing an event. And I should have. I didn't have time. I thought about it. And then I'm playing at like the Gaslight Theater tomorrow for a jazz Christmas thing,
Wow.
a dueling piano thing tomorrow, and another like 2 events on
I know
Saturday.
you're busy. I was snooping down your
Yeah, so I'm staying out of trouble, and then I've been involved in real estate since my wife and I got married, so
Now,
that's
tell
a
me about
big
that.
part of
What are you
time.
involved in it?
Well,
It's
gonna make me look bad.
I know it's not fun for you, but what do you mean?
So
Well, you can fix it up. Nobody will ever know. I won't tell.
I kind of dummied my way into this. My wife owned a house when we met. I owned a house.
Okay.
We didn't want to live in each other's houses. You know how being spousy is. You're spoused up. You understand. You're espousing, okay? So it was like, well, what are we going to do?
I wasn't spoiled. That was...
So I'm just saying, she got an offer in Kansas City.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we were like, okay, well, what are we going to do with these 2 houses? And she encouraged me. There was like some real estate course thing, like a seminar thing. Let's just go and see
So it
what
went
people
from
are doing.
deciding which of the 2 houses to
Yes. Let's move to another city and try to pretend like it's not happening. Well, what we did is we rented them both because I had a friend
smart.
in the family, like a close family friend, that was a property manager. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. We can just make money off of these. We
that's
shouldn't sell them.
super smart.
So that got me into the rental business. I just kind of dummied my way in.
Wow.
And it was a God thing that ended up being really awesome. And then we started to have more houses and more houses. We sold some of them, and I'm learning more about real estate, so I'm involved in
Really?
adult business and some development things. And so it's been really cool.
I gotta let you meet my husband. He can build and fix anything, and he's like self-taught. You know,
If you hand me a screwdriver, it's going to end up so bad.
Oh, so you don't-
being in real
you don't work
estate,
on
no. I'm the half brain behind the
Yeah,
operation. You know what I mean? I couldn't
How
do
it moves
So
and things
people
like that.
like your husband are like invaluable. You treat them like absolute gold because it's amazing what guys can do with their hands and gals.
He's always fixing stuff.
Incredible.
Well, I never pictured you for that. That's funny. I thought you were just kind of free floating and, you know.
My parents definitely were surprised when I decided to do that, and they were like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And they're not kind of. They've let me go into music and do my thing my whole life, and they've believed in me the whole time. But that was one where they were like, "But it's actually been really
So
cool."
you've
It's
conquered
been
a lot
wonderful.
of different things that are different for you in the last
Yes.
couple of years.
Yes.
How do you know? Can you may not be able to frame it this way, but can you frame how that happened? You know what I mean? What
Oh boy.
you can.
So
You don't have to.
God has been challenging me to be brave and talk about the weird stuff and the answered prayers. You know
See,
what I mean?
That's why I called you.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so we're gonna
talk
do.
about the weird stuff.
So it was so bizarre.
I believe
Because
it.
I was in my house, I was mowing the backyard,
Mhm.
and out of nowhere, like I had been praying a lot and fasting and like I've been getting closer to God, God was like, "You're gonna feed people and you're gonna do things with money." And I was like, "You're funny, God. That's hysterical."
He said, "Yes,
You're a
spend
funny
like
guy."
that.
I was like, "But I'll do whatever you say." But that's funny. He wasn't kidding. Like the real estate thing could be such a vehicle to creating wealth, and I've never liked material things, so I'm not like attracted to that end as much. But if you have just enough, like we were talking about before,
Absolutely.
you can really give to people.
Absolutely.
So that was a
Yeah, I didn't figure you for a real estate guy either.
God picks
Go
the
figure. I
underqualified.
was
You know what
go
I mean?
figure.
Yeah,
That was just
way underqualified. And then it's been out of nowhere. It's become really fascinating to me, and then I want to like watch a video about this and learn this and go do this and talk to this person, talk to that person. Before you know it, you have like this huge knowledge about it.
And
you
that is
know?
the weirdest thing in the world. So we had a musician here
Yeah,
that does real estate.
Yeah.
What else do? You do real estate. You said something else earlier.
a lot of teaching.
teaching.
Lot of
You're a teacher.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, because usually when you think of musicians, they're these easygoing people.
Yeah, and they kind
They
of
don't carry a whole
accidentally
lot of
fall
stuff
into the
into stuff.
teaching.
Yeah.
It ended up being this really cool ministry thing. So we were talking about how kids feel like they're out of place if they're not just the exact type for school. And it's like if you get them in music lessons, it's like you get to like look at them and like really understand them and how what makes them tick. and then you approach music that way in a way that can make sense to them.
That is
It's
so funny.
so cool.
Yeah.
And it's like you really like wake the kid up. It's like, oh, I am like this. You ask them these open-ended questions so they think about it.
Right.
It's been an awesome opportunity.
And I have some, we should talk, because I have some beautiful hardcover books that guide in those directions.
We should talk
Absolutely,
about that. That'd be
absolutely.
fantastic.
But what you said just kind of triggered something. So I started, I don't know if you were there when we started the Young Adult Ministry.
I think so.
But that's kind of what it was patterned off of. You know, they come in and they say, well, this is my limitation on what I can do and be. You know what I mean? I'm from this place, right? I'm not comfortable doing that. And they discover that they have these gifts and talents that are just in them, waiting to be, fed.
Mhm.
And I think that's the beauty of it. So it's kind of the same thing. You know, there's always
Yes.
beauty in somebody, and to be honored enough to say, go get that, go mine that for me.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah.
That's mine. Nothing else could happen after that. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
good.
very
That's
excited.
good. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh, we missed you. I missed you a lot. You carry. I guess I'll call it an aroma, not a smell, an aroma. Because you were always.
I bathed before this.
I know, right? Exactly. That's what I was. It's an aroma. It's an
Yeah, I hear you.
I think that all of us have something that is waiting to be birthed,
Yeah.
right? And so, or to be, I see like a pot on the stove, right? Especially with something like greens. You're always tasting to see if it tastes just right. You're always tasting to see if it's tender enough. You're tasting to make sure it's not tender. There's a little salt, and that's what I think is life.
Yeah.
Right? So we come out frozen because we don't know, we can't be used. We don't,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know how to use what we are.
Come out
And
frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to be melted down and cooked a little bit, The heat has to get to you. And I think that's a long way of saying I believe in purpose.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it's cut and dry. I think that sometimes we might have what looks like the same purpose, and I have to go to the left and then around the corner, and you have to go down the street, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that that's a game changer. If
Yeah.
you know the value of who you are and what you have in you, it changes the game. Would you say that there was any point where maybe either before Wellspring or after Wellspring, something just said, boom, that's who I am, and I'm loving this who I am, and I'm just going, or did you always know that?
Every step of the way,
You knew
God would give me
Not a kick, but what?
yeah, but it was pretty firm, a firm push into things. Do you know I was going to turn down the job at Wellspring, and I had a dream.
Really?
I had a dream that and I didn't realize it until I walked around the church one day,
Uh-huh.
but God gave me a dream in that church, and there were young children that came to me and were like, we need you. And I was like, I was like, Jesus, are you serious? Are you serious? So I was like, okay, I'll say yes, but just for a little while, because what if I just ate bad pizza or something? Like, you try to rationalize away what God wants you to do. And so that ended up being such a blessing. And it was like, you can do this. You can serve me in worship arts. I know you're weird and unlikely, especially in like a white guy in a black church. It was so unlikely, but it worked out so beautifully, and I connected with so many people.
Yep.
My life would have been way less rich without that. It would have been such a bummer without it.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of purpose. Because for me, one of the first things I try to teach or try to share, and I don't know everything, but I do know this: if He says jump, I'm going to say how high.
Yes.
Because I'm understanding that the higher I go, the higher I go in Him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Obedience is, they say it's better than sacrifice, but it's better than anything in the world. So that's kind of what we teach, is that you're your own person, right? And you have something that nobody else can bring. I didn't come to Wellspring for that. I said, that'd be cool. I was talking to a lady who was at a church way out of Manchester somewhere. Because one thing I pride myself in is the diversity of my relationships.
Yeah.
It's not even, I don't pick it into, well, three will be here. It's not like that. It just happens, right?
Yeah.
So it was just generic. I went and we met and we were talking. She said, hey, I bet you'd like to do this. They're opening up a church. I was like, nah, And the next day or next week, I was there trying to do it. So so that's rich. I like that. That's right. That's thematic for me. make your life work. That's the same process. You can't wait on somebody to make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you get to where you're going is what you just told us. Your journey. Man, wow. I just love Nick, by the way. And I think everybody at the church loved Nick. I think we really, and this has no bearing on who came after, but we mourned. I had to rethink my status there. So we missed you a lot.
Yeah.
It's like when you walk in a room. Have you ever heard the stories about people that walk in a room and they just leave residue? That's what you do. Not to make you get on camera. I know.
But that's so interesting because at the time, because perspective, like your perception can lie to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's a spiritual thing that's trying to get in your way. At the time, the
Yes.
whole time, I'm like, I'm just ruining this. I'm just ruining this. I'm just ruining this. Just like you were talking about before. I'm not in the right. But like, more and more every day, it was like, no, this makes sense. In a way that like only God can make it make sense,
Man. I know, and it was such a downer when you left,
Yeah.
And I mean, think about me. I'd never even been in the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? And he tricked me. He didn't say go join and do something. He just set me up.
He knew he had to trick
Yeah,
you.
he knew I was.
If you had said in 2 weeks, yada yada,
I like power and authority.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna dangle that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Tricked you into
and I
it.
think that was the beauty of that spot. There were so many
Yeah.
possibilities.
Yeah.
And we had so many, like when everything was going on, we had, Jesse Jackson there. We had these pastors who are now national people there. It was just a hot spot for a lot that was going on in life. So I think we all felt that kind of vibe. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. And you can. This is one thing I like about what we do here is that it's not a carbon copy. Because I don't know if you remember me, but I'm like all over the place. I just kind of try to follow wherever my.
Yeah. When I come for one of these, I'm like, you got to take your focus things because you got to be. So I'm glad we're all over it.
You already know
Makes me feel better.
Yeah,
I was like, this has got to be.
I'm not sitting
I'm hoping this is gonna be nutter butter. Yeah, good.
I'm not sitting unless saying these are the things I might ask you because to me that takes away some of the magic, right? So
Cool.
It'll be
Perfect.
easy though.
Okay.
Let's see. What is one goal you're working on, and what will it mean to your future if you complete it?
Whoa. What is one goal I'm working on?
Or do you have like 20?
I have so many. That's the problem.
What's the most important goal you're working on?
And
considering
oh gosh, that's hard. It has to do with obedience and it has to do with rest.
Okay.
I
Oh, yeah.
love working. Even taking a Sabbath is like big hard for me, like so difficult. So God is like, you're gonna take a sabbatical next quarter, and I'm like, but I don't want.
Well, have
Like
you
he's-
heard though that if you don't, you will?
Yes,
Okay.
and that is what God explained to me. So gently. I mean, through watching other people, through the Word, it's like there was this sermon that really touched me where the guy was like, I have been working all the time, and so I just randomly picked 52 days,
Wow.
and God gave him a word that said, that was how many Sundays you've robbed from yourself. And he said, isn't it me robbing from you? He's like, the Sabbath was made for you as a person so you can rest. Because that's how you're going to function the best. So that really...
That is not, yeah, that's
But
a
like-
really good reminder. That's excellent. Yeah.
I mean, it's... I don't know if it's Catholic upbringing. I don't know if it's just
No, I just think
being
that's
attentive to the Spirit.
Yeah,
but
I was
I was
gonna
just
say
like,
that.
it was like, oh God, I'm sorry, But I'm taking
I
it
get
serious.
that.
I gotta just like pull the reins back a little bit.
And that's
For a little
exactly where I am now. I mean, I'm still talking myself into it.
while. Yeah.
Because I feel
hard.
guilty because my husband works all day long. He's like, I'm going up here, I'm taking off work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to relax.
My wife is a go person
Right.
too. When you do creative work, it's very different because like my wife can go to work and come home. She's on the road right now, so she's traveling for work. Even then, she can start at her job, end at the job. It's all these people she works with. She can just go in her room and completely decompress, and that's a lot of creative
gift.
work, isn't it? What a blessing! Not me, man. I'm constantly constantly. So even when it's a day off, it's very hard to stop.
I know.
Things work.
But I am trying though. I am trying to take it off of me.
Yeah.
I've done a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
so I'm trying to be okay with doing nothing, but I have this guilt that I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it because one thing I know is that if we don't work on it, then something in our body is going to tell us we have to.
Yeah. And it's not.
And
That's
it's
not
gonna be
cute.
pretty, yeah.
Let me send you this message. I don't know if it'll help you like it helped me, but
probably
it
will.
was a real
Yeah.
slap in the face, wake up call for me, and I needed it.
I do absolutely. I'm 10 a lot,
Oh
and
yeah.
I think I'm moving toward 9, maybe 8. But,
Yeah.
But I feel guilty when I relax. So
Yes.
and I have a type
Me
A
too.
husband, so it's like
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Type A wife. I'm feeling it. I'm
It is
feeling
my
it.
life. I'm getting there though.
Fantastic.
Okay. What is your fondest life memory and why? And then there's another point to this question. How did it impact your life position? So what is the fondest memory you have of your entire life? I know that's a lot, but you don't have to say Wellspring.
I was like, I feel pressured to say
Wellspring.
my time with Bean Sounds was my best. It was my best. Wait, did you
We're just
take
gonna
his
take that
last
as a
name?
given.
Did you take his last name?
I did not.
Okay, so
Right.
because
Right.
and anytime the
Why would you
maiden
ask me that? That's so
the maiden name changeover, I can't get used to the woman's new last
Well, the
name,
problem
which
is
is like I
when
feel
you
bad.
hyphen it,
Oh
there's no
yeah.
space for it.
Oh yeah.
So we're still.
Me and my
make
wife
a
did the
peace with
same
that,
thing
but-
because whatever our last names were, we had built a career on it. It's
That's
like
exactly.
it's so tough.
Are you listening?
It's hard to be different, but it
Yeah.
works out. You know,
Absolutely.
you only can be who you are.
So you only read-
Fondest.
You remember it, okay.
Fondest. Man, there's so many fond memories. Can I? Oh,
Yes.
This is loose.
Your
This is
show.
loose.
Do whatever
Okay.
you want to do.
Any of these prophetic moments where God talked to me and guided me,
Mm.
those end up being
Wow.
the most precious because they led to all the beauty.
Yeah,
You know what I
wow,
mean?
'cause you said that's good.
So and the Wellspring is part of that. So I also got that into the answer because that wouldn't have happened without that.
I wonder, did you miss us like we missed you?
Yeah.
Well, now I know.
I honestly was so delusional. I knew it was working at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I knew God was moving and doing things. But I thought, they're not going to care. And then there was cards and people, and I was like, what? Oh, there was a lot of feelings. I'm trying to hold it together as a man. Hey, I'm going to go lift weights after this. You know, but there was a lot of feelings about that. So it was like, continue to pray about you and think about you guys. If I could have made the commute back and forth work, I would have probably tried to go back.
Yeah, I think in retrospect it was a good move.
Yes.
For you.
Yes.
And it turned out okay for us. So
I mean, Jay Wash, the guy that came after me.
you guys are
I-
different. Absolutely.
So different.
Yeah.
But we became friends. I mean, he's like 20 feet taller than I am.
I know.
He's like a rail of a guy. He was trying to gain weight. I'm forever trying to lose weight. You know, we were the most unlikely of pals, but he's such a brilliant guy in his own way.
He is absolutely.
And then I helped him to do some stuff with dueling pianos, and he worked for my company a little bit.
Oh,
And then he took that
good.
skill and went and did stuff.
Good.
Incredible. So
I
he's
think I
a
heard
really
a little
cool
bit
guy.
about that because we're still friends on Facebook and stuff. So I think I heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's an incredible memory. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't use it now. You came up with it.
You can cheat off the test. Don't worry about it.
It won't be as fun. Okay. So is what you're doing in your professional life anywhere close to what you imagine you would be doing?
When I finished college, I thought I was going to move to LA and do film scoring.
Mm.
The idea that I ended up good enough in jazz to do that, that I ended up a singer, that I ended up writing just without so many restrictions to just create, no, I wouldn't have ever seen that. And the real estate thing is way out of left field. If you had asked me in college, I would have told you were nuts that I would have done that. That's so,
That
so
is a
like,
blessing, though. That's good. Yeah.
so the entrepreneurial thing, the way the music went, no, totally different.
So are you somewhere local now? Do you have a place that you go to every Thursday or every Friday locally? I mean,
not
no pressure.
really.
I just
Not
thought-
really.
okay,
No,
I
it's
thought I'd
just
shout it out
it's
if you
all.
did.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, it's all over the place, unfortunately. Yeah,
That's how Nick's always been. You guys don't worry about it.
she's not wrong.
He's a free spirit. Free spirit. That's why everyone loves him, though. Right? Okay, one more question, and then we will probably let you take a breather. Okay. What is your greatest strength? And how could you use it to improve your community or to help others?
I
You
didn't.
have a lot of them, not to
I
tell you.
didn't realize with Christian folks that everybody wasn't bleeding heart wanting to give all the time.
Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was I doing not seeing that? But I realized that like the desire to be generous, to be giving with time, talent, and treasure is something that I'm just.
It's in there, yeah.
It's not like it's a check mark for me or like a bonus for me. It's not. He just built me that way. He just built it in.
I get that, absolutely.
And so that has helped build ministry things, career things, has made my life so much richer. That would be.
Oh, you're like, are you like 100? Because I struggle with that because that's who I am. I don't meet strangers. I'm I could meet you and say, here, you know what I mean? But I struggle with it because I'll never forget this. I was telling somebody, I've shared this a lot because it kind of hit home for me. I was praying for a pastor, and I was selling my books at his church. You know, he let me come in and have this room to sell my books in. And I'll never forget the Lord said, every time I give you a quarter, you give 50 cents away. But you, I forgot. We had this talk when you were at Wellspring. Woo! But you keep asking me to bless you.
Sound.
No,
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. You keep. He's extraordinary. You keep asking me to do this to your finances, but every time I give you some. And so, at the time, I was feeling, lofty that I gave him that and he need to go fix it. And so he's been saying.
Yes.
So I get it. I get it. But I do think that you can give too much sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Not just for you, but for that person, right? Because I think at the base of me, I think people want to be able to do for themselves. I think we get in the habit of having people do for us.
Yes.
But I think ideally most people want to be able to do for themselves. And so I'm not doing them a favor if I'm always giving to them.
Yes.
So,
It's about
isn't that
balance.
profound?
And so when you marry someone that's like generosity is not their thing, it's like, whoa, what a different perspective.
Yeah.
And then you start to balance each other out. It's like you can't just. That's not good for people for you to give like that.
And see, that's my perspective, but I don't live it.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you. And so it's so wonderful to like come into balance with that. Because if you can come into balance with that, that's really godly love and power where you can impact people.
Absolutely.
That's what you want to be.
So I share that a lot. One, to remind me, right?
Yeah.
And also,
teaching is all about, sometimes I feel like I should be paying my students because I learn more than they do because I say the things out loud and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Learning, you know what I mean?
Amen. Amen.
So yeah. So, okay, so tell me, first of all, I don't want to cry, but it is such a joy to see you. I feel like I've been missing you since you left. And that's been a lot of years. That's been more than 10 years probably.
When you asked me, I was so stoked. I'm still so stoked.
This
This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. This is the busiest time of year. I skipped out on some stuff to be here because I just really wanted to do this. This is so fun. So yeah, it's a like the feeling is
yeah. I have to, and you have to keep in touch and give me your spots. Because we're looking for places to be hanging out and listen to music and stuff like that. So we'd love to come celebrate you. And I'll even give a shout out if I'll put it. By the way, this will be airing. We don't do live anymore. I guess you guys. I keep saying it at the end of our stuff, but we don't do live anymore. So and what we're doing is we're trying to get as much. We have this great videographer that tries to get as much out of the conversation as he can.
Yes.
So we just drop just enough so you don't get overloaded. So we'll be running Nick's stuff probably in January, February.
Great.
And it'll just be snippets that you can easily copy and keep if you want to.
I would love to. And that gives me time to get organized so people know where to find you.
Right,
What to do.
exactly.
I feel like I've not kept up on that. So that's good. I like
There's so much good stuff in this interview. And they're always pretty good, but we go back a ways, so it's nice to revisit that. And I'm just flattered that you said yes so easily and made the drive to come and share with us. And I don't know, I just feel, let me say this before I get off of here. And I don't have to have the last word, you can have the last word too. I believe that you have no idea how much your physical presence brings with it. Does that make sense to you?
Oh,
it's almost like shifting atmospheres, or just peace. I told you I was working with a student before I came here, so, and it just I never knew what to say that was. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, okay, I like Nick too. He's great, but we don't know why. Right?
Right.
So tonight I know why. One of the reasons why. You just brought it in with you, and so I'd admonish you to be careful with that. Take care of that. And then come back and see us again later this year, sometime next year, sometime, and tell us how you're doing with it.
All right, amen, Nina. Thank you. That's awesome.
So thank you guys. Did you want to say anything else before you?
That's about it. I mean, we could go on and on.
I know.
I'm trying not.
There's so much energy up here. It's I've like dropped a few corner tears. Actually,
I'm trying to be manly, everybody. I'm trying to keep it together here.
But there's a thing
what a blessing.
one more thing you have to do. You have to look at that camera and say hello to your favorite pastor from Wellspring.
Willis, Pastor Willis, how you doing, man? It's
He'll
good to see
appreciate
you.
that.
That's
Yeah.
great.
When he
Things have
sees
been
the
good.
video, he'll appreciate that.
He was, I gotta say, he's such a musicologist, too. Because he was a flautist and all that stuff.
I didn't know that.
He really did. He took that seriously for a while. So he knows lots of different music. So when he and I would get together, and I would say, I am bringing some weird stuff to you that's outside the genre of what is expected. And he was just like, are you kidding?
See, I'm a music, but I don't know. I can't tell you who it is, but I love music. I have music all over the house.
You were always the one that knew what I was playing.
CD
Some other folks were like,
and all
oh,
that.
I like this, but I don't know. But you were in right away.
Music saved my life, probably. Just when I had those moments, when I felt like you feel like not enough. Absolutely.
Yeah, amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And it's all genres. It just depends on what you're feeling at a particular moment. So.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, the Music Man.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for joining in. Share the video. We've got some really good stuff here. Some stuff to strengthen you, some stuff to focus you, and hopefully some stuff to make you laugh over the last year. We've done quite a few videos. I'm getting great people that come to the show. It's not just to anybody. We're giving you the best. So give us your best. Tune in. Take a view of some of these videos. Encourage us. And mostly be blessed. So we'll see you next week.